Happy Veg Day 8. It's Vlog Every Day in July 2025, and you are what you eat, but what's eating you? Today, quite literally, what's eating me is food, specifically your heritage, your family's heritage, and the food that you eat in your home, the groceries that you shop for, the types of things that you buy, the types of things that are in your meal rotation all the time. Now, a lot of us have migrated even within the United States, even if your family came here from elsewhere, a couple of generations ago or more or fewer. But I'm curious to know if you're still connected to your family's heritage food, cuisine. The reason why it even came up tonight is because my parents are actually visiting me from out of town. They're here until November, and one of the things that we really enjoy doing when we're together, when they come and visit for long periods of time, is cooking together and sharing meals together. And I know when Nick and I are just in the house by ourselves, we don't have kids, so we kind of just cook whatever, but we do tend to rotate, certain meals. And I would say we're still pretty connected to our backgrounds, our heritage, and our culture that our families come from, even though the culture has kind of been diluted through the generations. We're still pretty connected to the food in that way, in the culture in that way. But my mom asked for a meal tonight that I hadn't had in quite literally years, maybe. And it was something that my grandfather, her dad, used to make for us all the time when he lived with us, when I was just a kid. Now, when he was living with us, there were a lot of foods that he ate at our table, and also foods that he cooked for us and kind of shared with me as a kid growing up. And one thing that I really remember was something that the family used to call monster blob. And monster blob was essentially a black beans and rice dish. And it was served, it was a very simple dish, totally the type of struggle meal that a lot of poor families would eat from where he was, grew up. It was really, really simple. It was black beans and rice and just some red wine vinegar and some high quality olive oil, maybe some seasonings thrown in and some chives on top just for garnish. But really that was the simplicity of the meal, was just that. We added in green beans, some avocado slices, and some proper protein, some chicken tenders that were seasoned and sauteed, not breaded or fried. Because, I try to live a more low carb lifestyle, and black beans and rice isn't exactly low carb. But I'll pop in some footage of that. Though he only lived with us for a little while, my grandfather left a huge mark on me for a lot of the food that he brought into our home, and that really connected me with his culture. And the other side of my family kind of had more of a long-term effect of like my daily, day-to-day, even now, the foods that I cook, the foods that I gravitate toward, that I make on a regular basis, or ingredients that I keep on hand all the time, tend to be from the other side of my family. Not my grandfather's, not my mom's dad, my maternal side, not my maternal side, but my paternal side tended to take over my cultural persona, or my cultural side from my personality. It was just really nice to have something that my maternal grandfather made tonight. It was a walk down memory lane, and it was very nostalgic, and it was oddly comforting and delicious and simple and satisfying. I didn't wind up eating all of my beans and rice because there was just no way. I got served too much. So just a couple of bites of my beans and rice, but I stuck to the chicken and the green beans mostly. But the few good bites I took of the black beans and rice really hit the spot. So I'm curious. So how connected are you with your family's heritage through cuisine? Do you cook other cuisines? Like for us, I love to cook Indian food. I am not Indian, but I did spend some time in India, and I do love Indian food. I also love Asian food. Asian meaning Chinese, Japanese. Well, let's be real. I love sushi. Sushi is my favorite kind of food. But do you stay true to your family's heritage through the cuisine that you make? Do you like to cook? What kind of meals do you like to cook for your family? What kind of foods are you introducing your family to, or friends? Do you expose them to, recipes that that have been passed down through your own generations? Maybe you've got handwritten note cards with grandma's writing for her famous cassata cake, or whatever it is. I would love to know. I definitely like a flavor adventure. I love to explore and try new things. I wouldn't call myself necessarily a strict foodie, but I do love food. I mean, look at me, I'm a chonk. But I do like ethnic food and food that comes from somewhere and has a story to tell. So curious about that today. Stay delicious. It's from your mother of snacks. Go drink some water. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.